Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to Sky Factory. So, first thing here today, I realized that putting this solar panel on top of the Tesseract did not work. So I needed to set that one up off on the side. So yeah, we are actually getting full use out of all three of these solar panels now. And here a little while ago, this resonant energy cell was actually discharged completely. So that's what happens when you're not setting things up correctly. The next thing is, because I have been doing some mining in the deep dark, I went ahead and made this ender pouch. So this guy is set color to black, red, black, and it is linked to an ender chest down here underneath in our storage area. And on the back of this guy I have an import bus with 4 acceleration cards. Now that pulls in all of the items that I dump into this pouch really quickly into our ME system. Now the ME system, I have made a few more of the 16K storage cells, and yeah, we have a whole bunch of the 4K that are empty. So yeah, that's good. We still have a little bit of storage space. A lot of these 16K are already full on bytes. So we really need to be careful about how much more stuff we put in there before we add some more drives again. But yeah, we got that. I have, of course, been letting the Terror Shatter level up, but I don't want to do anything with mining. I don't want to do anything with the solar panels or anything like that today. Today I would really like to finally get myself a decent ranged weapon, because I have just been using this regular vanilla bow with power 2. It's kind of a piece of junk. I hate lugging around large amounts of arrows in my golden bag, so we are going to look at Tinker's Construct, and Tinker's Construct has crossbows. So I would like to make one of these crossbows, but in order to do that, we need to make a tool forge. So tool forge just takes 4 blocks of 4 blocks of a metal. We can make it, you can see, in just about any of the metals that we have. We need 3 seared bricks and then our tool station. So I think we'll run over here real quick and grab our tool station. And I hope that we can use one of these half-slabbed versions to make this. I guess if not, we'll make ourselves another tool station. So we first need to make some metal blocks, and we'll just use iron because, as you can see, we've almost got 40,000 iron. I don't know if we have any of the seared bricks in here. Yes, we do. Okay, so we've got 5 seared bricks, so we should have everything we need. We can just go ahead and make this. And yes, that does work, and it makes it in the half slab version. So that works real good. We now have our tool forge, and we don't have any of the patterns that we need for this, so we need to make some more patterns. That's a crafting station. That is the part builder. Okay, so in our stencil table, we have 10 patterns. I suppose we should find out what we need to make this thing. So the crossbow, we need a tough binding, the bow limb, the crossbow limb, the crossbow body, and a string. So I don't think we have any of those, so we'll go ahead and make up a tough binding. Where's the rest of this stuff? We need the bowstring, we need the crossbow limb, and the crossbow body. Now I happen to know also we need, is this no, that's just a regular bow limb. We need the fletchings, I believe, because we need to be able to make bolts for this thing. The arrow, wait, what? This is not anything to do with that. Okay, so that should be everything we need for that, and we'll have to go to our part builder next, and I guess we really want to grab some cobblestone. Oh, that's a bit of a problem. So the upgrades to our compression system last time made it to where we have actually run out of cobblestone again. So yeah, you can see how fast we're getting it, and it just eats it up. So we're just going to grab a stack of cobblestone out of there, and yeah. But we need to come over here. Where are you at? Right? No. Ah, wrong one. Always. Okay, so we need our stone tough binding. We need the bowstring we don't need to do. We need the limb. We need the body. And I don't think we need anything with the fletching either. Nope. So we have that. And I'm still getting used to the fact that I can just drop that in there. But we'll go ahead and drop all of our patterns with the exception of these two back in there. And now we are ready to use our smeltery. But now this is the next problem. We have run out of lava. So I am going to have to set up something, probably like I was saying before, a little bit down below the base so that we can generate some lava. I really don't care too much for the fact that the logs have burned away there. But yeah, that's what happens when you make lava. But I'm going to get that done. And I will be back when I'm ready to actually make the crossbow. Alright, I have gotten pretty much everything ready to go to make our crossbow and bolts. But I've had a lot of requests here to do a tour of the base. Even though it's not really all that big, I think I will go ahead and do that. So first off, right here we have the well, I guess we could call this the thermal expansion or processing area. So of course we've got our cobblestone compression here, and actually we have enough of the quintuple compressed cobblestone now to make an octuple. So we will be able to make bedrockium. That is pretty awesome. And then of course pulverizers and all of the other general machinery that we need for this. And underneath, of course, we have our cobblestone generation, and I added 2 more cobblestone generators here going into another ME transfer. Still not making enough cobblestone to get a build-up though. So next up we have the Botania area, and these 2 pads together are the Botania area. We have over here all of the well, we have our I can't remember what that's called. Arcane pedestal? No, not arcane pedestal. That's Stormcraft. Runic altar, and then we have our terrestrial agglomeration plate. Of course, this is where we make terra steel, and this is where we make our runes. Got a little bit of space here for mana storage, and we will need to, after we finally get the Terra Shatter up to rank SS, we will need to figure out a way to get the mana production over here to our mana pool. Now, of course, on the other side, we have our mana production, and yeah, we've got 3 different spots for mana production. We're having all of that dumped in here, and we're currently sucking up every bit of mana into the Terra Shatter, trying to make it level up. And I have my Botania ring on, so yeah, that's what I wanted to avoid. But I will pick up the items when I'm nearby. Over here, of course, we have the smeltery, and this thing is pretty well automated. Now, I added in a casting table because we're going to need that here in a little bit, and you can put these liquid translocators on the side of a drain. It works there too. Around the back, I now have a tesseract for lava, and that is being pulled out, put into a transfer node, and we are keeping a drum of lava. So we have a full drum of lava. We have all of that going there. Now if we come through here, this is the main central area. This tree is planted on the original dirt block of the island. So the island is centered, well, the base is centered around the original dirt block. If we go this way, we have our mob grinder, which this thing is working incredibly well. We need to get a bedrockium drum so that we can hold more mob essence, but at the moment we are not using the mob essence, so that's fine. We have over here our portal area. We have the portal to the Deep Dark and the portal to the Nether. Here fairly soon, I think we're going to go to the end. Well, the only way to do that is to make end cake. So I suppose I'll go ahead and put that over here as well. Also, we have the ability to go out further here, and I think we'll probably do that when we start getting into things like Thaumcraft. But over here, if we go this way, we have our power generation area. Now, of course, this one is our solar panel area, and we have 3 of the solar panel 6s right now. That's powering our entire base. That is being put into this Tesseract. We have a huge amount of storage here for our RF. So we have 180,000 or 180 million RF in the 3 solar panels, plus an additional 160 million in the 2 resonant energy cells. So yeah, there's almost 500 million RF being stored over there. No. Yeah, almost 500 million RF being stored over there. Now I have plans on this side. We're going to come out over here, and that's going to be for big reactors. And we will be getting into the big reactors reasonably soon. We don't have the need for that much power generation yet, but we will be getting there. So over here we have our magical crop farms. The magical crops are making the essence. If we look up essence, we have, like the Technicolor essence, our regular Zivicio essence, all of these other essences that we can use. We can make all kinds of stuff out of the magical crops. They do grow slowly, and so we do have a lot of the lily pads of fertility around here. And I'm just kind of curious. No, we're not quite full on our sludge there yet, but I haven't done anything with it recently. This one's even less. This particular pad is only growing the Zivicio crop so that we can continue to level up our magical crop stuff. And I still haven't dealt with that chest. So this Tesseract is just feeding power in here. Eventually we will put an additional farm up here as we get more of the magical crop stuff going on. Over here we have the automated tree farm. It has been running very successfully for some time. And we have, of course, the ability to go further this way, and we will be adding things like the fluid cows, anything else that we may need that is, farming related. That's going to go over in this area. So underneath the base now, I have added a lava generation area. So down here, I have a regular a cobblestone generator with the transfer node, and this is feeding into currently 6 crucibles with blazing pyrotheum underneath them. Now this makes the crucibles go at a rate of 7 times the speed, whereas lava would be, I think, 2 times the speed, maybe 3, but a torch is only 1 times the speed. So this is incredibly fast for lava generation. We have the ability to add 3 more if I would need it, but currently I don't. So underneath the entire base is an area that we can put in wiring and other things that we don't need to look at. Like here I have my storage area. We have the ME drives. We have essentially like a deep storage type area with the caches. And this one's empty. What's supposed to be in here? Nothing, apparently. So I got to figure out what's going on with that. And then over here we have like our loot bag storage, which, wow, bacon bags and waffle bags. Interesting. Wild bags. I think the wild bags give you spawn eggs, so that's kind of interesting. Right here I have a trash can that is getting rid of all of the junk out of our ME system. So that stuff's pretty important to have. But that's basically all the base tour is. I mean, I have these platforms underneath the entire base, but like over here there is nothing underneath. Over here there is really nothing. The cable runs out there just to import the items from the mob farm. But yeah, there's not much else to show. And I guess if we look at the map here, we can see just straight south of the base is that massive tree. I don't know what happened when this tree spawned in. This particular chunk did not generate anything. I don't understand why, but it's just one of those things that happens from time to time. Minecraft isn't perfect. So, in the smeltery, I have several different materials. I have some aluminum brass, I have signalum, inderium, and electrum. And these are the materials that I want to use to make our crossbow. So the first thing that we need to do here is to turn these stone parts into casts. So we have the limb in there right now. All that we have to do is go like this. It will make a cast for us. We can pull the pieces out. And now we have the crossbow limb cast. And I tossed the wrong one up here. So next we make the tough binding cast, and I clicked the wrong button. So there's that. And finally the crossbow body. So that's all of the electrum that I have. Or electrum. Aluminum brass. So next up we have the inderium. Now I want to make the body out of inderium. So, I was afraid of that. We can't. So the next best thing to make it that I can tell is electrum. So I think we're going to go ahead and make this out of the electrum instead. So the inderium does not work. I wonder if that means the signalum is not going to work as well. It might not. So next we need the tough binding. I had already planned to make this out of the electrum, so we'll go ahead and pour that real quick. There we go. And finally we have the limb. Now I was wanting to make the limb out of the signalum. I don't know if this is going to work. No, it's not. Darn it. I guess we are going to be making a full electrum crossbow. We'll see what this is like. That ought to be interesting. So the final thing that we have for the crossbow is the bowstring. And as far as I know, flame string works for that, so we will plan on making it out of that. So next up, we need to start working on the bolts. Now bolts, as far as I remember, it is placing a stick into a casting table and then putting some type of a material on top of it to tip it. I'm gonna try the inderium and just see here. Oh, I guess I can't have... Oh, no, it won't work. Okay, let me just check here real quick. So on bolts... okay, so the bolt... Yeah, we need to take a rod of some kind. Okay, so we're going to have to probably pour some rods. I wonder if we pour like an electrum rod, I wonder if that will work. Yeah, we'll probably have to. So let's go ahead and pull this stick out of here. We're going to have to grab another piece of electrum, not electrum, aluminum brass, and I only have one left. And then also I'm going to grab a little bit more electrum because I have a feeling that we're not going to be able to use anything else for this. So let's go ahead and drop in the aluminum brass and the electrum. We'll use our little cheat here of mouse wheeling. Okay, so there we go. There's our electrum. Aluminum brass. Oh. So we're going to make a cast here. Oh, I can't make a cast on a stick. Okay. So, I thought I could. I guess I have to make it out of stone. That's no big deal. So let's grab some smooth stone. I guess I don't need to put it here. So we'll grab some stone tool rods. I know for a fact we'll be able to use this to make the cast. And it helps if my hand is empty. Do I not have the right material? Aluminum brass. Okay. So let's take a look here. What is that? Tool rod? So the tool rod cast, aluminum brass. Please tell me I can use a stone tool rod. Lead, pig iron, silver. Come on. Well, how am I supposed to make it if, yeah, stone tool rod. Maybe I actually have to use the little faucet. Let's try that. This is a little bit weird. So let's try the faucet. Say I know I have one of those. So come back over here, drop the faucet on the side of this. No. Well, I'm going to have to figure that out. I don't know what's going on there. But we will go ahead and make the crossbow real quick and just see what kind of stats we get on this. So first up, we need to make the bowstring. So, oh man, that doesn't, oh wait, what am I doing? Wrong. Stencil table, part builder. Here we go. Okay, fiery bowstring. We have that. So now if we come in here, we want the crossbow. So we want our bowstring, body, limb, and binding. Draw speed. Oh, that is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. I don't think we're going to be using that. We will go ahead and melt all those parts down and try this again. But, yeah, I don't know why I can't make the tool rod cast, but I'm going to try to get a few more things figured out here, and I will be back in a little bit. Well, I figured out what the problem was on those tool rods. I had made Forge Micro Blocks tool rods instead of our Tinker's Construct tool rods. These have to be made in the part builder here. So I did a little bit more research, and I didn't realize here, if we look at these patterns and hold shift, we can see the materials that can be used for them. So yeah, a whole bunch of our materials are not available for certain parts. But so I went through the parts that were available, or the materials that were available, and it seems like the best thing to do here, at least from what I can get right now, I would prefer to use Manulin for the crossbow body, but I don't have the ability to make that yet. So I am going with a platinum crossbow body, which will give me 1050 on my durability and 2.5 attack. So that's one of the best materials that I have available at the moment. The Manulin gives the same attack but more durability. So yeah, hopefully everything will work out okay there. I'm going with an Electrum crossbow limb because it has the highest draw speed of any of the materials that I have short of slime, but once again we can't use slime for the crossbow limb. And then I just went ahead and went with an Electrum tough binding. That should increase the handle modification on this. I'm not entirely sure everything on that, but we're going to go ahead and drop our parts in here and just see what kind of a crossbow we get here. So we have a draw speed of 3.75 seconds, which kind of stinks, but we've got an arrow speed of 6.66. I'm not real fond of this durability. I'm sure that is because we're using the Electrum. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and take it just the same. We can replace parts later, so we'll just have to see. Now, the next thing is, I went ahead and made an Electrum tool rod and tipped it with Alumite. So, that's what we're going to use for our bolt body. Next, we need to make our fletchings. So we need our fletching pattern and our slime crystal. We'll go ahead and make one of those. And we'll come back here to the tool forge. And we need to make bolts. Where did... right here. So we need our bolt head, or our bolt body with the tipping and the fletching. That only gives us 62 bolts. And it's only got an attack of 2 hearts. Well, we're going to give this thing a try. Just the same. Why is it not loading? Oh, there we go. It's just delayed. Probably because of the draw speed. That kind of stinks, but we're going to go ahead and head to the deep dark. and see what kind of attack we can do here. Well, you know, before we... Oh. Okay. Wow, that is really slow on the draw. So we're going to head down here to where we've got mobs available. We'll have tons of mobs down here in no time at all. Hi, Mr. Creeper. Well, that killed him quick, but he also was damaged before he got to me. Okay, well, we have some spiders up here. Let's try this. Did I miss? Wow, that is a slow draw speed. Well, we can one-shot a 32 health spider. That's good. So that is pretty cool. So we're going to need to set this up for auto repair and things like that. So I suppose I'm going to have to head back to the base. I got to snake my way through here. Ugh, creepers everywhere. So yeah, I'm going to go back to the base, try to figure out how we can get auto repair on this thing or flux, one or the other. And I will be back in a little bit. Well, I've made a couple of modifications to my crossbow here. So first off, I put moss on it, so it will be auto-repairing. I could not put flux on, I think because the durability was too low. But I did put in an obsidian binding, but that didn't seem to change anything. I also added a couple of modifiers and put 2 layers of redstone on it. Well, I have also put quartz on my bolts, and it's supposed to be, well, more than twice as much damage now as it was before. Well, so the next thing that I want to do is take on a wither boss. But prior to doing that, we are going to make up some miniature heart canisters. So I've made up everything for 10 of these red heart canisters. So we have the jeweled apples and empty canisters. The jeweled apples are just diamonds around an apple. So hopefully we have enough necrotic bones. I have not checked on that. So yes, we did. So we get 10 of those. We can come in here to our inventory and we drop these in here. Now we will slowly heal up into orange hearts. So that will give us 20 hearts instead of 10. So I think we're going to go to the deep dark to fight this guy. So yep, I'm going to go down to where I've been mining, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I think we're going to go ahead and set this wither up right here along this wall. So we're going to go ahead and just drop all of this stuff in here, and then run for the hills. So we're going to let him spawn, and our crossbow is already drawn, so go ahead and give him a shot. Boy, this thing draws slow. Is that not doing any damage to him? What? What? Ah, there we go. 55 damage. Oh my gosh. Apparently I was just too far away. Yes, that's right. Come at me. Now, I don't think the crossbow works after that point. Oh, man. Up, up, wither, wither, wither. Wither, 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 wither. Now, we did do quite a bit of damage to him. Let's just see. Let's get up here close enough that we can hit. Will you take damage? No. Okay. And something is lagging fiercely here. What is going on? There we go. Dead wither. So we should have gotten, yep, we got everything. That is perfect. So let's just quickly come back over here and take a look at this stuff. So, you know what? We're just gonna make ourselves a little hole. There we go. So we got our nether star, we got 2 Zivicio essence. That is pretty cool. We got 1 miniature yellow heart, of course we get the division sigil. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that we could want from this. So I think I'm going to head back to the base. Of course, now that we have a nether star, we can make our master infusion stone. So I'm going to head back there and get everything set up for that, and I will see you guys in a bit. So we are now ready to make our whatever extreme infusion stone. The master infusion stone we will be making soon, but this thing can make the Zivicio the Zivicio essence out of the Imperio. So for this we need the strong infusion stone, some glowstone essence, obsidian essence, another star, and some unstable ingots. So all of that stuff I made the glowstone and obsidian crops here a little while back. So we get our extreme infusion stone, and now if we can go ahead and make this stuff. So that is pretty impressive. Now the uses on this, we can make a whole bunch of high tier tools. I haven't done anything with any of those, so I'm not sure what they all do, but we can make diamond seeds, emerald, wither skeleton, and I'm pretty sure we'll be making these. We need skeleton and then wither skulls, not a big deal. Cobalt, so we're going to be trying to get our cobalt. Platinum, we shouldn't really need. Enderium, I might. The Manulin, if we ever get to Manulin, we will be making the seeds for that, and we can also make Terra Steel. And I could probably do that right away if I wanted to. So, yeah, that's some of the stuff that we can do with that. Now, we can also make the Zivicio ingots. And that recipe was in there. But it takes 1 Zivicio essence, 4 iron, 4 gold nuggets, and that gives us 3 of those. Well, the uses on these is making armor. Now, from what I've heard from you guys, the Zivicio armor actually gives you flight. So, and it's like creative flight. So I'd kind of like to try that out. So, yeah, why not? We'll go ahead and make up a bunch of this. So that's way more than enough. So we're going to go ahead and set up some of this stuff. We don't have any gold nuggets. Okay, well, we can make that pretty quick. So we'll just figure on making as many of these as we get. More than we need. So I think it's just the recipe for a normal armor. So there's the chest piece. There is the helmet. Leggings. And boots. So let's go ahead and put these on and just see if we can fly. Oh. Now, that doesn't quite look right. Oh, that's nice. I'm floating. Now, if I remember correctly, also these give a bit of a speed boost too, but yeah, maybe not. But yeah, we have our Zivicio armor. And so we have creative flight. That is pretty cool. We have full armor, and everything seems to be looking really good there. So I suppose we'll go ahead and drop our iron armor in here. And we're going to drop our resonant jetpack in here too. That'll be for in case we happen to die or whatever. But yeah, we've made some major improvements today, and just real quick before we go, I want to see if we happen to get another rank on our Terra Shatterer. Nope, we are still at mining level A. So, yeah, I think I'm going to have to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Let me know. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts, comments, tips, anything like that, just leave those in the comments down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!